We're live, by the way. I was gonna say something, but y'all always complain about us being late, so I was gonna make y'all wait.
Always late. Come on.
What is up, you damn lowlives and scumbags and awful people? If you're here, you're probably a terrible person, but that's why I love you. It's a Tuesday night, day 86,000 of the great Quarantino of 2020. Oh, I stopped the movie. We have a special guest for you tonight. Some guy named Luz. Luz, are you there?
I am here. What's going on, everyone? How y'all doing?
I'm doing as well as I can, you know. I've been growing meth plants in my fucking victory garden here to beat the coronavirus. No, I gotta say, I'm a huge fan of your work. For those that you don't know, We're Gonna Lose is probably the most epic internet troll or YouTube troll of all time in the gaming genre, I would say. But let's ask him, how do you feel about your stature and trolling people? Do you think you're overrated, underrated?
I would probably have to say
Did we get dead air? Were you saying something? Did he die? Where'd he go? I don't hear him. He was gonna say something. Maybe he just got sick of me already. We didn't even start the show yet. Where'd he go? Luz? Oh. Did you unplug your mic? He said he's... Oh.
I'm here.
Did I lose
Yeah, I'm
you?
here.
Internet?
Yeah, sounded kind of strange there for a second.
Yeah, it was like chopping up on me really bad. Like I thought it was my internet for a second.
Oh, I didn't hear a damn thing. I didn't hear a thing.
Oh.
It's a fucking technology, man. That's how shit goes.
Even dead air is trying to fuck with us now.
Dead air is a fucking asshole, man. All right, well, anyways.
So you didn't hear anything I said?
No, I didn't hear that racist diatribe.
Damn, I should have wrote it down. I already forgot what it...
It's all right, man. All right, let's turn this music off.
I know.
All right, so we had a big week in sports. Don Shula passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Korean baseball is now, we have live sports back. And there seems to be plans in place for resuming some sports leagues. Like there was a report that baseball might start as soon as July, like maybe even July 4th. And, you know, stimulus money's rolling in. And hopefully it ends up in our pocket. No, I'm just kidding. We can't even spend it on strippers anymore. What are we going to buy now? Formaldehyde? Maybe Lysol? I don't even know. Tree, how's your week?
It's been all right. Just trying to write shit.
Yep. All right,
Not much really going on.
Oh. I can't shut up tonight. I'm acting like a fucking idiot. Can't even do my own show.
As I said, it's just probably the internet fucking with us. Probably
Yeah.
thought I cut off again, so whatever.
Are you on 3 MPS internet like you always roll with?
No, I mean, I moved out. I'm back in my old place, but it seems like it's still like chopping up on me again.
Back in Yinzer basement here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How many people do we have? I don't know. 140?
150.
All right, so we're going to lose one of the greatest internet trolls, one of my favorite YouTubers of all time. I think I remember reading an article about you and something about your, I forget, it was a couple years ago maybe. And I went and watched your videos and I was like, all right, this guy's fucking hilarious, man. And it's been it's been a cool experience getting to know other YouTubers. So welcome to the show, man. I have some questions I want to
Thank you,
ask
man.
you. I got some questions. Hold
Alright,
on.
alright.
My son, my 17-year-old son, is a huge fan of yours, and he wanted to like come on the stream, but then he got a little shy. But I do have one interview question for him to ask you. Okay. So
All right.
whenever he gets his lazy ass in here, we'll get him to ask. All right. What was I gonna say? Shit, man. All right. Oh, the show format tonight. Damn. What the fuck? The internet's not working. My head isn't working. All right.
I think it's just the quarantine.
Yeah, I think YouTube's throttling or something because I keep hearing like
Yeah, YouTube has been
sounds
saying
like a
like
robot
it's probably
sound coming
because like they realize the server costs are exorbitant and they're not getting as much ad revenue from sponsors. Probably what it is.
Yeah, I think YouTube is fine.
YouTube just sucks.
Yeah, YouTube just sucks. The other day I got a video demonetized for talking about current events.
Oh, dude, they do that all the time. Unless you're like sucking dick of the UN or something like that, you're gonna get just like crossed out. You
Yeah.
mentioned coronavirus,
Yeah,
demonetized.
if you talk shit about Trump, they'll let it slide.
Oh,
So, like
they
you
always
can talk about whatever you want and then be like Trump sucks, and then they'll let it go through.
So can you get
talk
graphic
shit on somebody like Hillary or Obama, you're demonetized. I'm not saying like I'm favoring that sort of thing. It's just be consistent.
Yeah, call it both ways,
exactly.
man. Call it both ways. All right, I got this question here. This is the first one. Have you ever actually felt bad for trolling someone? Like, did you ever think you took something too far?
Maybe when I played the Division. You guys there?
Yeah.
I'm still there.
We're copying.
Okay. Maybe when I played the Division game, one of the events on that game, if I remember right, it was called Falcon Lost. It was a group mission that took probably about an hour to 2 hours to do. You could do it really fast if you had a group with everybody that knew what they were doing, maybe in an hour, but usually it was about an hour and a half, 2 hours. And what I would do is right before the mission would end, is I was the party leader, obviously. I would boot people from the game, from my party, right before it finished up, so they wouldn't get any of the drops. So like, I don't know if you're familiar with that game, but it's a gear-based game, a looter shooter. So you finish the mission and it drops really good gear. Well, I booted people before they got that, and the funny thing is, I kept before the mission would start, I would put us all into a PlayStation 4 party chat. Right. And that was planned out time so that when I would kick them out of my group, they would still have, they would still be in the party for voice chat.
Right. So you could get their reaction.
Yeah. So I kind of felt bad about that one. Division, they never banned me for that, but what they did do is like, I made probably 4 or 5 videos and then they deleted my character. So I contacted customer support and they were like, yeah, we don't know what happened. It must have been a server error. You're just going to have to start over. So I started a new one and then I ended up creating like 4 more videos of the same thing. And then they finally put a thing into where it was like when you were on the very last stage of the mission, you couldn't boot anybody from the group.
So they fucking changed the game because of you?
Yeah, it took 9 videos, and I had probably 2 or 3 people in each video, maybe. But it took 9 videos before they did anything about it. It was so crazy. I never thought that they would let it go that far. I
remember watching those videos and just the butt hurt and the sourness. I've played the Division, but I didn't realize that mission took an hour to an hour and a half. So they just waited an hour and a half to get booted by you after you were you like friendly in the chat? too before?
Oh,
Like,
yeah, I mean, I was pretty deep. I mean, I wasn't with the best player at the game, but I was good enough to play with like the good players, you know. And
mhm.
so I mean, I would I'd help people out, throughout the thing and revive people and give people tips, and then at the very end, you just kind of flip a switch and become full troll, and next thing you know, everyone's screaming and yelling at you, and
All right,
so,
the kid just
yeah,
walked in.
I kind of felt bad about that one, but.
All right, read this one. The kid just walked in. He's behind me. Get close to the mic.
You were in the Marines. Have you ever played Gay Chicken?
Gay chicken?
Yeah.
Oh, well, actually, I played that a few times. No, I've never played gay chicken.
Do you know what gay chicken is, son?
I can use my
We
imagination.
we did play Hog Night though. Are
I
you
don't even
familiar
know
with
what
Hog
that is, and I don't want to know.
I want to know.
What's Hog
I'm
Night?
sure I was at somebody in the chat. Does anyone in the chat familiar with Hog Night?
Are we getting demonetized?
4PointsVids.
Probably.
No, you won't get demonetized. Basically, what Hog Night is you get a group of your guys together, and you put money into a pot. It doesn't have to be a certain amount, just whatever you agree on. And whoever can sleep with the largest female with proof of it wins the money.
Did you have smartphones back then,
Oh,
so you could like take a picture of it?
No, and like the one time I played it, I didn't get to participate. Maybe my Mac Daddy skills were a little lower or whatever, but I had one of my friends. He was a little skinny black guy, he's like maybe 150 pounds, and he used a camcorder, videotaped him railing on this like 350-pound chick, and then he looks at the camera and smiles, and he was the winner. So.
All right, what's your
I don't know what gay chicken is. You'll have to explain that one. Maybe
I
we call
mean,
it something different.
it's like anal beads. It kind of sounds pretty self-explanatory, right?
Like
I
just
mean,
whoever can be the
somewhat.
gayest,
No,
who
it's
wins.
well, apparently my buddy who was in the Navy said you basically move towards each other until someone flinches, was the way he explained it. And I'm like, y'all fucking Navy people are crazy, and you need to get away from me because I know you probably won a lot at gay chicken. All right.
Okay.
Do you want to stick around, or do you want to?
I'll head out.
All right. Well, there you go. You got to meet your favorite troll of all time. Look, you made a 17-year-old Make-A-Wish kid happy. All right. Have you ever actually felt, okay, number one, how many times have you gotten death threats? And have you ever felt actually threatened by that?
I have gotten a lot of death threats. Mainly, that I would probably say the largest amount comes from Call of Duty. But in Call of Duty, it's more of like in the heat of the moment, they'll scream like a threat out or something at you, out of anger. And then in the NASCAR ones, people, threaten to like punch me in the face and all that. But no, there's never been like any. I've gotten some prank phone calls and stuff where people have found my phone number, but it's harmless.
People have found your phone number? How the fuck? That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Yeah, I have gotten phone calls.
Is there a favorite game that you like to troll on? Is there anyone in particular that either yields like the best material or that is like, more entertaining for you to play? Do you have a preference for any games, or is it all about the material?
Well, I used to really enjoy playing Call of Duty, but then it changed at some point. So I don't really enjoy playing Call of Duty much anymore. But I used to. I'd have to say Call of Duty, and now it's kind of NASCAR. The problem with the NASCAR game, is it's such a small community.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can get like with this Katana virus going on, and everybody at home, there's a lot more people playing NASCAR right now. So you can get in a lobby right now. There might be 800-900 people playing multiplayer on NASCAR, whereas before, kind of Saturday night, you might get 300 people, 400 max playing on there. So the
Right.
problem with the NASCAR is it's really fun to troll on there, but it's such a small community. Everybody kind of learns who you are very quickly.
Yeah, I watched the one the other day where you talked about passing on the first lap, and that was pretty good right there. All right, now let's pivot into the actual sports content of the night. What are your sports teams? And yeah, are you a fan of all sports, or is there just one particular squad that you follow?
I'm a huge football fan, and unfortunately, I am also a Lions fan.
Oh, I
Shit,
get
my
it.
condolences, dude.
I kind of expect you to pity me on that and not make fun of it.
Mm.
No, it makes
Yeah,
sense
I'm
now
gonna-
that you're a Lions fan why you troll people. Now that I know that.
Being a Lions fan's like death.
Yeah, yeah.
You sit there, you
Definitely.
deal with misery, and you try to skin the Patriots alive, and even fail at doing that.
It is a slow, agonizing, painful death that for some reason I cannot escape. I am just too loyal to that team.
I know that's how a lot of people are with like the
Yeah,
Browns.
every year
and
we-
Bills.
Every year we draft in the top 5, and it's like, yes, we got this guy. This is gonna be our year, and then the guy doesn't turn out, and then 4 years later he goes to a different team and becomes a star.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You worried about that with
Seriously.
Jeff Okuda?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was not a fan of them drafting a defensive back that high, but
They
if he
needed to
turns
replace
out-
Big Lee Slay. That's why they did it.
yeah,
Yeah, they lost
know.
Slay. He's gone. It seems like, yeah, you guys bring in good players, and they either or they're really hyped coming out of college, and they're just terrible when they get to the Lions, or they just quit early. They're great and they just quit early.
they retire.
Yeah. Fuck
You've
that
seen that
shit.
too with a lot of players now. A lot of players are retiring at a younger age. A lot of them are getting kind of scared with that CTE and stuff. So, who is the linebacker that retired not too long ago from San
Kuechly.
Francisco?
Oh, Alden. Yeah. Well, no, Patrick Willis.
Patrick Willis. Yeah.
Yep. All right. What we got?
6 or 7 years.
Sorry. What we got to do is we got to read some super chats here as they've piled up like a car accident on the interstate. And then if you want to stick around and rank all the coaches of all time, you're more than welcome to. Or you can, hang out until you get bored with us and our stupid shit. I'm sure there'll be some Snapchat questions for you as well. Or I call them.
For that, guys. I'm out. See you later.
Okay. See you, bud.
Peace out.
We're good.
He's still here. He's playing a joke on us. That's his thing. All right, let's read some snappers. Tahoe Super
Oh, I
Sport.
lost you for a second.
Oh, God. The internet's too good right now.
Yeah, it is. It's I think the entire YouTube is the internet, or just in general.
Do you think it's the Discord or is it YouTube's?
I have no idea. I mean, it seems like it's both.
What do you, Weeg? You still there? I'm gonna call you Weeg.
Yep. Yeah, I'm here.
All right, so it's working now. Let's get it in while it's good. Let's get it in. It's like when when the porn's downloading and you haven't had to hit that mid-roll ad, and you're just like, all right, let's just go. Let's go right now. I wouldn't know anything about that. Tahoe Super Sports. Are you ready for some Nickelback? Yeah. Oh, so I think Alex put together that cut.
Oh yes, he did. I did a few extra things for him after the stream last week, so it's gonna be awful.
Oh, awesome. And he says, I hope you enjoy the mix, guys. Les Snead, you suck. He said, I wrote a parody of Passengers. Let her go. Oh God, that's like it's like a drunk Irishman's. Well, no, not a drunk Irish. That's like a little like whiny Irishman song. Passenger, and you let her go. Tahoe Super Sports. You only take a dump when you gotta go. You only know the Finns when their season blows. You only know Joe Flacco when he overthrows. and he overthrows. That's not bad. Not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, maybe we can sing a little add a little glockenspiel in there. Tahoe Super Sports, you only know a Christian when he loves Tebow. You only know Jenkins when he hits go low. You only know Roethlisberger when the woman tells him no. Ooh,
Yeah.
little edgelord there. And then I'll read El Chris, which we have a natural segue into the tier maker behind us. R.I.P. Coach Shula. As a Dolphins fans, I want to thank him for all. What will his legacy be? There's too many to count. Your thoughts on The Last Dance? I think The Last Dance has been incredible.
I haven't been able to see it, unfortunately.
You're the only sports fan I know. Have you been watching The Last Dance there, Weeg?
I have not.
Oh, I guess you're not a Bulls fan.
Yeah, I never really liked the Bulls growing up, so.
Yeah. I've been watching it because there's literally nothing else to watch besides Curb Your Enthusiasm and Sons of Anarchy over and over again. But I've been digging the documentary. It's really well done. The soundtrack is fire, by the way. Just all 90s rap songs. It's pretty good, Muddy. Pretty good. Very slanted towards Jordan. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm also a Pistons fan, so I was not a huge fan of the Bulls.
Yes.
But I do believe, I do think that Jordan is hands down the greatest, even though he's my least favorite player of all time.
Yeah, there's never been anybody that gave you that sense of doom like Jordan. You know, that once he got the ball, you're like, shit, we're fucked. You know, especially in his prime when he just had the killer instinct going. Nobody I've seen has ever been like that, where they get the ball and you're just like, shit, we're finished. You know, like not LeBron, not Steph Curry. Nobody's like that. So, anyways, gotta put in my Visine. My eyes are swelling up. My eyes are getting red. All right, let's start here with some coaches in the tier behind me. We have legend status, underrated genius, who we thought they were, which means probably rated properly, somewhat overrated, and Leach to me is someone that just kind of hung around and just kind of accumulated wins and weren't that actually good. You're not gonna have to worry about any Lions coaches being on this list. So if you don't know coach history that
I
much,
would have to put one Lions coach on there, would be Wayne Fontes. He's the only Lions coach to really win a playoff game in the last 30 years.
Or maybe one of their coaches in the 50s.
yeah, is there an all-time great Lions coach?
I can't think of the name. I'm trying to think of it.
I'm looking at this list here.
All I can think of now is their quarterback, Bobby Lane.
Yeah, that's all I got. I don't know who the coach was in the 50s. Maybe Joe Schmidt or Chuck Schmidt or something.
Let me look it up.
Hold on, I'm looking it up.
Google.
Good old Pro Football Reference. Show me.
Most winningest coach, yes.
Buddy Parker.
That's your guy? Buddy fucking Parker? Who the fuck is that?
Well, he's won 2 NFL championships. He had a good stretch. Then he went to the Pittsburgh Steelers and became mediocre. This was when the Steelers were like the Cleveland Browns.
Wow. There you go. He was only head coach for 5 years.
See, if the Lions would have kept Wayne Fontes, Barry Sanders would have never retired at the 10-year mark like he did.
Also, your
Barry
logo
and
back
Wayne
in the 50s was fucking horrendous.
Wayne
Just saying.
Fontes to
Yes.
me looked like he had just eaten an entire turkey before he got on the sidelines. I'm like,
You were kind of reminding me of Fred Flintstone.
like you could literally see the grease just coming off his chin as he yelled shit from the sidelines. Rest in peace, though. Great guy. Great coach. Wait, he's alive? I didn't know he was still alive. Gosh, he looks like he's 80. Holy crap.
Yeah, Wayne Fontes is.
I didn't know. I thought he was dead. Holy shit. All right. So let's look here at the bottom of the list. I think I have Tom Landry. Yes. Where do you put Tom Landry in the stratosphere of coaches there, Tree? And
I'd say I'd put him in the are what they thought they were, or the second tier.
yeah, I'd say
They're pretty good tactically, and you can't deny the hat.
it's true. But he got fired, and then Jimmy Johnson took him to those Super Bowls. The game had passed him by when Tommy Landry. Yes, we know he's
that's
a
what
legend.
happens to a lot of coaches, though.
Yeah, I know he's a legend, but he is also who we thought he was. But
Yeah. The image is, I think, more overtaking. Everybody knows who Tom Landry is. The image with the hat and his persona was larger, I think.
That's true. Maybe we just put him in legend. As a coach, he is who we thought he was, but as a figure of the NFL, he's a legend. Fine. I won't let my bias taint this stupid exercise. All right. Read all those Tahoe Super Sports, Tree.
I'll do. Tahoe Super Sports is Mariota considered a draft bust yet, or too early? I could say he's probably a bust. I mean, if they're calling Jameis Winston a bust,
he's a bust, dude. Bust.
I just couldn't stay healthy.
If you're already on your second team and not even guaranteed a starting job, and you were the number 2 overall pick, you're a bust.
And number 1 is in the same issue, but he just keeps throwing interceptions. If he didn't, he'd be one of the best in the league. But guess what? He keeps throwing interceptions.
Was he a 1-1 first round, first overall, or was he a second?
He was one. Oh, Mariota, I think it was second.
Yeah, that's right. Mariota was not a 1-1.
Yeah.
Winston was a 1-1.
No, Mariota was
Winston was the first, then Mariota, same draft class.
Wow. But 2 busts right off the top of that draft.
I didn't think Mariota was going to do anything because, the Oregon quarterbacks. Spread quarterbacks don't make it in the NFL, but say injuries probably did him in.
Yep. Keep her going.
Tahoe Super Sports. Shoeless Legacy will be designing the fake spike. Giants fans should know this one, the Miracle at Meadowlands.
Yeah, that's the opposite of the fake spike. He's referring to Marino when he just
the pass play for the Jets.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the kneel.
No,
Oops.
yeah. You got it wrong. You're just being an asshole. It's all good.
It's half and half. Half and half. Obviously more, but he was a genius for decades in the NFL. He was a really good coach.
Yeah.
I mean, they got insufferable with the undefeated season. Like, congratulations, you beat a bunch of amateurs with a 14 game schedule.
Beat a bunch of plumbers.
It was still a good team.
Mm-hmm.
We can't really do that. Song of the week, "Them Bones" by Alice Chains.
Is that the one where he just goes and then he
Yes,
then he overdoses on heroin?
pretty much. Who would win 1992 or 2012 men's Olympic basketball team? 92.
The
The only ones that could make it on the 2012 team were Kobe and LeBron, and they would probably replace Leitner and maybe Sir Charles.
No, you can't take Ewing.
Yeah,
Ewing didn't need. Chris Mullen didn't need to be there. So
Chris Mullen, Mullen or Sir Charles.
You take the 2.
Mullen was even on that team.
Yeah, you take the 2 guys that lack pigment off.
Leitner.
Yeah. Take Leitner. Larry Bird deserved to be there.
It's here are all these great players, and then here's Christian Leitner. Like, he made a shot in college. Put him on the team.
Yep.
Right, that was it, too. He was just a decent college player that had a lot of fame because of one shot.
Well, they didn't want to...
He had a lot of hype, but, he was okay in the NBA. He had a long career. He just wasn't a superstar.
Well, they didn't want to destroy...
He did not deserve to be.
Yeah. They didn't want to destroy that idea of an amateur making it to the Olympics, because remember, usually it was all college kids before that, and so in just
should have had Grant Hill.
Yeah, in just one Olympics they just eliminate that dream, so they just gave it to Leitner, all right, you're the best college player now, so we'll put you on the team and let you run around the court for a little bit with legends of basketball. Absolute legends. All right. Let's go to another coach here. I got Dan Reeves next. Danny Boy Reeves.
Dan Reeves. I know he had that little stretch in Denver. Atlanta, he had that one good year, and then everyone fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably say are who we thought they were.
Yeah, I can't really say he's overrated. He got to a couple Super Bowls, but
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, I don't think anyone really has him in that echelon
no.
of like the really great coach. Like when everyone makes those lists, like his name's never really put on there.
No. He just happened to be here because I took the top, the most winningest coaches out of the top 25.
Mm-hmm.
So
That was
around
the
a long time.
Yep.
Yeah, very long time.
All right, next fella. Is that Bud Grant? No, that's not Bud Grant. No, that is who's this asshole?
That looks like what? Dick Vermeil?
It's not Vermeil. Hold on,
It's
I
not
forget. It's not Bud Grant.
It's a Rams coach.
Yeah,
Let's see that.
he's on here somewhere. Hold on. Chuck Knox. Yeah.
Chuck Knox. Late Chuck Knox.
Yes, the late Chuck Knox was Rams
Those
coach.
old 80s Seahawks teams.
Yep, 2 times. Overall record 186, 147. Postseason 7-11. But he has 186 wins as a coach. I don't know.
He had a good stretch with the Rams, and then he didn't do much after. So
he actually coached from 73 all the way to 1994 and was a long-time Seahawks. That's where he is, a long-time Seahawks coach.
yeah, that's what I thought. I remember him from the Seahawks.
Yeah. I don't think he's an underrated genius.
Yeah. He didn't have any Super Bowls at all. Did he play in any Super Bowls?
No Super Bowls. I
No
don't think.
Super Bowls. Only 7
it was probably a
playoff
championship
games.
game.
I'd say.
So he's probably a leech.
You think he's a leech? You think he's just a fucking bum?
I wouldn't call him a bum. You don't get 10 and like 12 and 2 with being a leech.
I don't think people talk about him. He's just. I think he is.
Yeah, nobody talks about him. He's
Yeah.
just, he is what he
I
is.
fucking barely knew who he was. Like, he could be standing right next to me. He'd be like, "Hi, I'm Chuck Knox." I'd be like, "Hey, are you trying to sell me insurance? What's going on here?"
I knew his name, but if he showed me his picture, I'd be like, yeah, I don't know who that even is.
Yeah. I don't think I could name most offensive linemen. Anthony Thomas, Andrew Thomas. Who's that? All right, Jeff Fisher. Let's do Jeff Fisher now.
Overrated.
I think it's between overrated and leech. Like,
Yeah, like 7 and 9, man. He destroyed a lot of careers.
he destroyed Sam Bradford's career. Or did Sam
More than
Bradford?
Sam Bradford. Jesus, he like everyone says he destroyed Vince Young, but no, Vince Young destroyed Vince Young because he was a dumbass.
All right, we're just going to have to call him a leech. The crowd is voting for leech.
Yeah.
Leech.
I can buy it.
Leechy. Let me sneak this Jared Froman in. Only 2020 we would have these 3 things trending at the same time. Johnny Test, President Bush, and murder hornets. They were all trending at the same time on Saturday. Ooh. I did not see the Johnny Test. I know what the murder hornets are, and we're all dead.
Well, murder hornets, it depends how they fight the Africanized bees. They're going to go into a great war and start fighting each other.
It's the Chinese.
We'll start
versus the
importing Japanese bees, and they'll like slowly cook them to death.
The thing is the government will probably make an insect that will kill murder hornets, but then that insect will evolve and become much worse.
They'll export it to China, and then
What do you-
China will make something worse.
What do you think the
That's
murder
how it
hornet
always
is? The murder hornet is Cujo, the dog, right? The bred dog to kill. And now it's just we've been breeding these goddamn murderous bugs forever. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. Can't have enough of it. All right. Andy Reid.
I always considered him overrated, but I mean, the ring, I don't know. He just had a really
got
good
a ring
quarterback.
now. I think he's kind of an
I would probably
underrated.
go with overrated, or they are who we thought they were, somewhere in that category, just because he does have a lot of wins, but
He never got it done. Like he didn't have like a Schottenheimer thing
Yeah.
where it's just like he just like had a bunch of like really fluke losses. Like a lot of them were just like, oh, they blew it.
It's true though. Before he won the Super Bowl, they blew a lot of games because of him.
35-3, not 35-3.
Yeah.
It was like shit.
28-point lead. You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. This is a very polarizing debate because I also think he's kind of a genius too. You know, I think he knows his shit when it comes
He's
to
love
offense.
hate. He's very love hate.
Then we're just gonna have to put him. He is where we thought he was.
Pretty much.
All right, leave him there.
But you either think he's like, oh, he's gotten a bad rep, or he's a joker.
He's a choker. He's a goddamn choker. All right, Curly Lambeau. That's who this guy is right here. The freaking Lambeau Field is named after him. I can already hear the hate coming from Luz here. The Packer hate.
Lambo.
Now, do you ever take particular exception to Packers fans and try to troll them harder?
Packers fans are easy to troll.
No, I probably go after the Bears fans more.
Those are the ones that you dislike?
Bears, yeah, they're generally more aggressive. So, because they're
Chicago fans in general are pretty aggressive.
Yeah, I would say.
Although,
go ahead.
Although now they've gotten pretty docile since
I've gone to Lambeau Field and I've worn all my Lions gear, and Packers fans. I mean, you're gonna have assholes no matter where you go, but most of them are actually pretty cool when you go to the game. Like I've had them invite me to their tailgates after the game, their cookouts and their campers and stuff. Always super cool.
After y'all lost, right? Like that's cool. You would never see that at an Eagles game, ever, with the Giants fan.
No.
They would invite you to their cookout so that they could jump you and hit you with baseball bats.
The question is, would you willingly go to an Eagles fans tailgate? You are a fool.
That's true. That's true. Unless
you are Philly born and bred, and even then, it's not 100% safe.
Right. Wearing opposition gear, I would not. All right, Tahoe Super Sports. LOL this month. We can sing "Let It Be's" again. Ha. Edgelord. Tahoe Super Sports. Who's playing Jumanji up there? AAU, stop it. Yeah, 2020 just sucks. Ass.
No, they're doing the biblical plagues. That's what this is.
Murder hornets.
We've obviously pissed off an angry God, and God's a fucking asshole. So he's like, nope.
Yeah, we're in trouble, dude. It just keeps getting worse.
It always does, and no matter what happens. I mean, we're living in a bubble for a long time, so whatever.
It's true. Jared Froman, with the introduction of murder hornets to the U.S., do you think both the sports gods and the gods in general are pissed? What a timely super chat.
Yes.
I think.
So we're gonna see the MLB, the MLS game was postponed this afternoon due to murder.
That would be a funny reason.
Hornets. 3 people are now in the hospital.
Right. We advise you to stay inside for another 6 months till the murder hornets are gone.
Probably disconnected. Yeah, I'm having issues too.
Yeah.
I'm back. I just try to disconnect and come back, see if that would help.
Yeah, I mean, I'm having issues too.
Oh,
So-
I can hear you. It's just, yeah.
It's just internet.
You know what? Do you want to do a Google call instead? Do you think that'll be
The
better?
internet's just dealing with quarantine. Probably is probably the stupid
so much
shit.
porn. So much porn is just being downloaded right now. That's the problem.
It's just it's had 8 weeks of this, and they're already burning out. It's like, nope.
Yep.
I want sports back. I want life back. I'm good.
You'd think we'd get sick of that, but we're not.
Eh.
Tahoe Super Sports. Next month, we found out a volcano forms in LA. Probably. Or we could just throw an earthquake on top of this year. That'd be just great. All right, let's do. All right, Curly Lambeau. I would say probably just. You think he's a legend or an underrated genius?
Curly Lambeau?
Yeah.
Say, I mean, he was one of the first real coaches in the NFL, I'd say. So,
Legend.
Legend.
yeah.
Yeah. His name is Lambeau Field, the frozen tundra. All right, and let's do Marty Schottenheimer here.
He's underrated in my book. He just got a really bad rap in a lot of situations.
I
because,
agree.
He got fucked over, like, in a lot of, the drive, the fumble, Lane Elliott, Elvis Gerbach, Marlon McCree, Nate Keating. Like, it's just all bullshit that hit him. It's like, really? Come on.
Yeah. He is the snake bit. He's the 2020 of all coaches is what he is. Just bad shit happening every time Marty Schottenheimer got on the sidelines. Yes, he actually had Cleveland good. That's how underrated he is. He should be underrated.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think the next guy is Chuck Noll. Right? Yeah, I think that's Chuck Noll.
I want to kind of put him in with he is what he thought he was. Because how many people have bitched about the Steelers being on steroids the whole time?
I mean, if you're not cheating, you're not winning, right? I mean, something like that.
Like, I'm not going to say he's bum. He's not.
Is he just... Chuck Noll is like in Steeler lore, though.
Chuck and Bill Carr. Even though everyone wanted Cowher fired, the problem with Chuck Noll is, like, the 80s, he really stagnated. A lot like Landry.
He's a legend, dude. Come on, he's Chuck Noll.
Chuck Noll.
Chuck Noll, you're trying to be unbiased, right?
Nah.
Uh-huh. All right.
He was a good coach.
Read Beast
I'm
of
not gonna lie
Metal.
about that.
Read Beast of Metal before we're here all night.
Mm-hmm. Beast of Metal, 1989. The air is thick and dense, a smell of rotting flesh. Every breath is like 1,000 knives cutting through his chest. A monomarth where death seems to dwell.
Okay, then.
And then the man they call Cobra, Jason Thompson, getting myself mentally ready for not only bowling, but also becoming an ice hockey goalie. Yes, imagine my girth between the pipes of the net. Yes, the man they call Cobra has gone crazy. Wish me luck. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah. Maybe you should seek help.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, everyone's gone crazy right about now.
What's the craziest thing you've done, Weeg? You done anything crazy in this quarantine? Or are you like an essential worker and you just work every day? Or is there anything particular that you...
I haven't done anything crazy, man. I just, I've been on playing some video games more than I usually do.
Yeah, I think that's...
I did go through Walmart without a mask, if you consider that crazy.
Dude, you're living on the edge, buddy.
Yeah.
It's your life at
down
risk.
the wrong side, dude. Because like, I don't know, like, if it's everywhere for Walmart, but they have, like, the aisles split to where they want people to walk this way down, and so you're not too close to people. I just walk wherever. Kind of a rebel.
Yeah. You only play by your rules. You're there, man. No, they haven't done that here yet. Like, they still have freeform aisles, but it's there's so few people in the Walmart that they don't need to communist it up like that. It's so bizarre.
Right.
How much it is. It's just like the supermarket is the most depressing place to go to anymore.
I know. Everyone hates you. Everyone looks at you like you're the worst person on earth, and you're looking at them at the same time. I think so less now. That's starting to ease up because, like, if someone hasn't gotten it by now, you kind of figure, all right.
I'm getting frustrated with it too. It's just like I'm at the point where it's just like, dude, I'm gonna be like that twat from Florida. If I get corona, I get corona. Like, okay.
Did you see in LA or in San Diego a dude wore a KKK hood as his mask to the Walmart?
Oh my god.
His name was We're Gonna Lose, and he has a very popular YouTube channel. Look at, I'm giving you ideas.
That might get you shot there.
Not in San Diego.
That's some top PR, man.
Maybe a part of LA, a couple parts of LA would get you. Have you seen the one where Ari Shaffir walks up to the gas station in like Compton with a KKK uniform on and a gallon of gas, and he asks the attendant, "Are there any churches around here?" Have you seen that?
No, I have not.
It's fucking hilarious. Like, he's wearing a KKK outfit in the hood with a can of gas. Like, yo, man, where's the closest church? And they're like, dude. So one guy recognized that it's a prank, and he's like, dude, you got to get out of here. He's like, you got to fucking get out of here right now. And like, and then one time I think people do run up on him. They're about to beat the shit out of him. He's like, it's a prank. It's a prank. He's like, there's a camera over there.
That is nuts.
He almost shit himself. But yeah, good old Ari Shaffir. Tahoe Super Sports, the Hornets are finally good at something.
Yeah. Maybe.
Yes. All right, John
Even
Fox.
that'll be like a dud.
John Fox, a guy that coached in a Super Bowl, I believe, right?
I think he coached in
Carolina to a Super Bowl, yeah.
Yeah. I'd say he's overrated. He wasn't that good. They got rid of him in Denver for a reason.
He coached the Bears for a while, too.
Yep. And he did not do good. And then we got the really cool logo that they protested. That's the logo of Firefox.
Definitely overrated. He's no Wayne Fonts, that's for sure.
Yeah, yeah. He's not fat like Wayne Fonts either. No. All right, Tony Dungy.
Underrated. Dungy was always a really good coach.
I agree.
Tampa too.
Yeah. His team won the Super
I
Bowl.
think he had the Tampa 2 defense, and that was one of the best defenses ever, I'd say. And I always liked Tony Dungy, too. He was a good
That was one of my favorite defenses, the early 2000 Bucks.
Yeah. You know that they would just run the same play every time on defense. It's basically a 2-deep zone and the corners in zones. And like,
and who was the cornerback? He won the Super Bowl with
Brad Johnson.
Who? Yes, Brad Johnson. Like you don't even know who that is.
Brad Johnson wasn't a bad quarterback, but you would not see him as a Super Bowl champion.
No, but that defense
was just dominating.
Yep. Well, then that team though went on to that's Gruden's team won that Super Bowl. Tony Dungy was not the coach.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Dungy.
He won in 06. Dungy won in Indianapolis.
Yes. Tony Dungy won with Peyton Manning as his coach. That's right. He's almost at legend, guys. Almost at legend. Let's not put him there yet. Probably give it a little more time. I do like him on as an analyst, too. He's pretty good. Beast of Metal, 1989. R.I.P. Mick Gordon's working relationship with Bethesda. Hopefully a development house with the vested interest in high-octane shooters will pick him up. More bed music for Schlosser's hockey vids. So is that the lead guy?
It was a guy who did the music for Doom and Doom Eternal.
Oh. Times are tough, man. You got to apply for that stimulus money.
Fucking sucks, dude.
Yep. All right. Let's do this other coach. Who's this guy here? It's an old guy. Forget who that fucker is. Is that Bud Grant?
Nah. Now, Bud Grant might be a little further up.
Is that Steve Owen? Might be Steve Owen. No, Steve Owen's higher. No, I think that's Steve Owen. Yeah. All right, so Steve Owen, yeah, that's him. He was the coach of the Giants for a long time. Won a couple championships. He was the coach for 23 years. and won 3 NFL championships. Probably the greatest Giants coach ever. Yeah, he's just who we thought he was. Not gonna, those older coaches don't know him. Don't know him.
Probably was good.
Yeah. Jared Froman, murder hornets. If the government is as good at containing them as it has been containing COVID-19, then a lot of people will die from the hornets. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if the hornets get COVID-19 and they start spreading it directly? Like, you get attacked with hornets covered in COVID-19.
What if they die before they spread? Like it infects their colonies and it just kills them.
Well, they're not affected by the human virus. I'm just saying, what if they get equipped with lasers? All right, you got a fucking murder hornet covered in COVID, and instead of a stinger, it just has a laser, like a high wattage laser, just fucking burning this planet to the ground. That's how it's coming,
And it
man.
injects everybody with THC.
So at least you're high when you die. Like, you're just like, all right. I'll fucking... And it gets all teenage girls pregnant, too. It's just... How about it? Instead of a murder hornet, it's a morality hornet. And it just does everything that everyone hates. All right. Let's do Holmgren over here on the right. Mike Holmgren. I think he's overrated.
It was okay. I mean, all he did was bitch about the refs in Super Bowl 40.
I think he's overrated. What about you?
Man, you
Does
harsh.
have his own streak.
I'm more like,
God, I hate this fucking internet. Normally works.
Yeah, I mean, I'm dealing with it too. It's probably like
who we thought he was.
This internet is what we thought it was.
It's fucking terrible, dude. It's fucking terrible.
He does have his own streak, though. He does.
You can't even blame me this time. I'm off the hook. Thank the gods.
Week, I gotta ask you a question. Is there any bit that what's your favorite thing that you've done where you've just been like very satisfied with the trolling?
Oh man, there's so many. And like one of the silliest things would be the sneezing, like in NASCAR.
I was actually,
but like the sneezing in NASCAR, because you have to time it just right to where it, there's like a half-second delay, from the time they hear it. So you got to make sure when you sneeze, it's right at the crash point. But the sneeze was always funny because I mean it's almost believable. I mean it's not really. It's almost believable though. If you're on the end, oh shit, the guy. Okay, you sneeze. Yeah, whatever.
All right, I got one more question.
How many times have you played a video game and you sneezed and messed up?
Oh, absolutely. Or there's times where the HDMI cable like cut out and it just turned completely black and you're just like, what the fuck? I think the one that's funny is when you said that the steering wheel came off, because that's also plausible. Because like with an iRacing home set, like a home setup, like you could knock it over, right? That's believable.
Right, and then there was another one I did too, which I should probably do that one again, where I complained that my TV turned off. And that for me is believable because I had a friend I used to play Call of Duty Zombies with, and he had one of those old DLP TVs, the ones that were notorious for like the power supplies going bad. And his TV would do that, so we'd be playing like we're on like round whatever, and you got a million zombies coming at you, and he'd start screaming and banging on his TV. And it's like, my damn TV just turned off again. And he's banging on his TV. That's kind of how I got the idea from that one. It was actually a true thing that had happened.
That happened to me. I used to have a TV where the HDMI, for some reason, it would either overheat or something, and I'd be playing like NHL hockey, and then the TV would cut out, and then I would turn it back on, and the guy would be celebrating a goal, and I'd be like, "You fucking cunt, cunt
Yeah, so
TV."
it does happen. Not as much anymore, but
Right. That's a good one. I like that one. I also am fond of the Tourette's one. That was good. Also the that sound afterwards.
like that.
Yeah. That one's just so wrong, but also very fun to fucking laugh at. It's just I do you ever feel like people just get onto you and they're like, all right, this guy's a fucking troll. He's just messing with us. All right. Dead air.
My internet.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
all
got
right. Yeah.
Trying to figure if everyone's still here.
Yeah, we're here. We're here.
Yeah, here.
The Man of Constant Sorrow, Elias. Any books you could recommend involving football? Gosh. I've never really read football. I usually read baseball books. Like, I don't read football books. Huh. Someone's bored on quarantine. I don't know.
People are quarantine. Shit. Shit. I said I'm not really much of a reader, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm not good at using language. I don't.
What is reading?
Yeah, I'm
Can't
not
read.
into
Do
educating.
you seriously expect me to read?
I just watch YouTube. I watch Today I Found Out. That's where I get all my knowledge from. All right, Marv Levy, underrated genius in my mind.
Marv Levy?
Yeah.
I'd say about he is what he is. He had some good teams, but he can never get over the hump.
He went to 4 Super Bowls.
The only time he could say was horrible luck was Scott Norwood.
Yeah, should have won that one. I'm gonna put him in as underrated. I think he deserves more recognition. Some would argue that he's overrated. Excuse me. Tahoe Super Sports. I must get my hands on those healthy purple berries. Well, what is that? Is that a weed reference? Is that a marijuana reference, son? We don't talk about that stuff here.
What about the
I believe
marijuana?
those are the berries that are on top of the meth plants.
That's right. That is the fruit that the meth plant bears.
You do not want to eat the berries.
For sure. Because that's got to be the most potent meth, right? That's got to be the worst meth you could consume. All right, let's see. Who's this other coach back here? With the... I got to guess who that is. Is that Bud Grant? I think that's Bud Grant. Yeah, with the hat on over here. This.
That might be, I don't know, it might be Paul Brown.
No, that is Paul Brown. That is that piece of shit Paul Brown. 166 career wins. What do you think he is?
I'd say he's a legend, dude.
He is a
He
legend.
innovated a lot of different aspects about football.
He did. He also invented the first round exit out of
No, that was
Cincinnati.
his son.
Oh,
Invented
that's
the
right.
first round exit.
That's right. It's weird that the guy named Brown owns the team called the Bengals, and then the Browns team is owned by a bunch of fucking morons.
Yeah.
Team named after the Bengals owner. It's fucking weird, man. The Knicks missed. Oh. Wait, Makai Wilson. The question everyone is asking, where the hell will Cam Newton end up? Also, what is one major American sports team you often forget exists? Ooh.
Team you forget exists? Shit. There's so many of them. You know, the smaller teams that like kind of fall out of nowhere and you realize, oh, yeah, they exist. I would say probably Sacramento Kings, Charlotte Hornets, Memphis Grizzlies.
Yeah, I forget.
Oh,
probably.
before John Morant, like the Grizzlies were pretty forgettable.
You ever be driving in the car and try to name like all 30 NHL teams?
Mm-hmm.
I always forget about the Wild. Probably.
Minnesota, not really. You tend to more forget about the what's the team I usually forget about? Ottawa, kind of, although they're more of a shit show.
Yeah,
I would
Ottawa's
say
easy. Calgary.
probably-
It's easy to forget the Flames. God.
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg. Yeah. The Detroit Lions. I always forget about.
Yeah, it's easy to forget about them.
Bunch of fucking scrubs, man.
I wish I could forget about them.
Jacksonville, also known as London. They're not even going to get their home games in London this year.
I don't really forget about Jacksonville because, like, when I'm trying to name all 32 NFL teams, like, if you go by geography, you're like, all right, I can name all the Florida teams. But then you start forgetting, like, what's in the Midwest and shit, and you're just like, what's out there? And then sometimes I forget Carolina, you know?
They're easy to forget because they don't really have an identity.
Yeah. Buffalo sometimes, but if you just do it by division, I think one time I forgot about the Chargers completely.
I don't blame you. I don't think anyone cares about the Chargers in LA.
Yeah.
There's like a small dwindling base in San Diego, and even
Nobody
then,
even goes to the stadium.
oh, they go to the stadium if they're a fan of an opposing team.
Right. Right.
Yeah, yeah. It lacks Charger fans.
Yeah, I forget about the Chargers like I forgot my kid at fucking daycare that one time.
Ooh.
Salvatore bringing up old memories. The Knicks missed 15 free throws in a game where Charles Smith got all those shots blocked. That's why they lost. Yeah, Knicks were terrible against the Bulls.
Next note to lose. Reggie Miller with the whole choke thing.
I remember that game. So the Knicks were up like 8 points with 16 seconds left. And I was like, fuck you. I was talking all this shit. I was like, fuck Reggie Miller. Fuck this shit. And then like that, they were winning the game.
Because that's what they do.
That's what they do. All right. We got Joe Gibbs here.
Ooh.
Is he a legend?
That's tough.
Legend.
I mean, he won two Super Bowls.
Underrated? Underrated or who they thought they were?
He was the coach in '91, wasn't he?
Yep, he was the coach in '91 and throughout the '80s. And then he formed a really damn good NASCAR team.
Quarterback. Yeah.
And then came back to success.
Yeah, I'd say
Redskins team dominated pretty much everyone too.
Yeah, I'd say underrated. He shouldn't have lost to the Raiders that year. But John Riggins got the flu. So John Riggins got the coronavirus and they lost. He didn't disinfect, man, for the game. Here's an answer. Oh, Beast of Metal 1989. Here's an answer in question form to Mackay's question. Who was the 5th seed in the 2005 NFL playoffs? No Googling allowed. Okay. So Mackay's question.
I was noticing this earlier. I was kind of thinking about it. Like, was it New England?
Oh, yeah, probably the Patriots.
Yeah, it has to be New England because, didn't Denver beat them? Because I know since he was 3, Denver was 1. Indy was 1. Denver 2.
And then people are saying it's the Broncos.
No, Broncos were the 2 seed
in 2005.
Yeah.
Oh, look at you! You're like a bracket savant over there.
Only because I know that because the Steelers were the 6th seed that year.
Oh, okay.
Definitely 6th seed.
They were definitely the 6th seed. It's like you're remembering that time you finger banged that girl in the cemetery. Your Steelers were in the playoffs, and you got Jane Marie's. You got to third base.
Actually, Jacksonville was number 5. Sorry, New England was 4. I got that mixed up.
Where's
New England Denver beat New England. I thought New England was the 5.
Oh, all right. I'll take your word for it. So he's going where? New England.
Apparently, he's going to Jacksonville.
Oh, okay. I'm going to Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Bill Parcells.
I feel like people more know him for like his name and his reputation than really his coaching acumen. So I'm gonna say overrated.
Yeah.
He was a good coach,
Yeah,
but
he
like
had a lot
I feel like
of
a
great
lot.
players.
I mean, he had like the reputation more than anything. The tuna. That's how people know him as.
He did win 2 Super Bowls. What do you
You're
think,
biased
Weeg?
because you're a Giants fan.
Weeg, you call it. You tell me what it is.
Parcells overrated.
All right, fine. He's only my favorite coach of all time.
He had a lot of great. And he went to the Jets after, right? And he didn't really.
He went a lot of
He,
places.
he overhauled a lot with the Jets and the Patriots, so I'm kind of thinking that too.
He took
But
the
I mean, with the
Patriots.
Cowboys, he really didn't do much.
Okay.
But that was more charity. So
He took the Patriots to a Super Bowl. He got the Jets winning games. He got the Cowboys decent. And then he was trying to fix somebody.
yeah, I think like a lot of people are more interested in his coaching tree than him actually himself.
Yeah. Well, he spawned Belichick. So.
Oh, he spawned a bunch of coaches. I think Belichick, Fisher, a bunch of others I'm probably missing.
I like this next question, and this one might be personal to lose here. Jared Froman, if you could impeach an owner in each of the 4 major sports leagues, which one would you choose and why?
Hockey's easy. That's Eugene Melnick.
No, but you just have to wait for him to die.
I don't know.
I would impeach the Fords.
Who was that?
I would impeach the Fords.
Yeah.
I don't blame you for that. They're heavy malaise, but you're just waiting for that lady.
But I'm kind of biased on that one. Yeah.
I would
You're
probably
gonna get bought by Dan Gilbert and deal with a different can of worms. So.
If I were a Redskins fan, I would say Snyder, but as a Giants fan, I want him there for as long as possible. But I think Dolan just has to go.
Oh, Dolan's awful.
Yeah, coronavirus didn't even kill him. So
coronavirus didn't even kill Harvey Weinstein.
I know. Such bullshit.
BS.
67,000 people dead. Harvey Weinstein couldn't be one of them.
He's a pedo in prison, so good luck with that.
Yeah, well, I guess he's got to be raped more in prison. And we're demonetized.
Heavy demonetized, dude.
Salvatore, what was your greatest win and worst loss as fans? Greatest win was Super Bowl 46. Worst loss was Auburn in the national championship game to Florida State.
Greatest win was probably Super Bowl 43. San Antonio Holmes catch. And then the worst one? I'd probably have to say shit. What would it be? Would it be the Steelers against the Jags in 2017, or the Pirates wildcard game in 2015, or the Rangers, or the Penguins blowing a 3-1 lead to the Rangers?
That was pretty nice. That was beautiful.
Yeah, well, that was nice for you.
Yeah.
We knew Bilesma was garbage. But like,
yeah, on the scale of loss, it's like one that it takes you like maybe a couple months to get over.
Well, the Cups helped it. Ate that. Nobody talks about that shit anymore. I'd say the Flyers loss in 2012 was really bad.
That was brutal.
It was embarrassing.
Weeg, what about you? Worst loss, because you don't have any greatest wins. So
loss would be 1992 to 2020. Detroit Lions.
Dude, just say 2020.
91, they had a pretty good year. They made it the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
2019. The whole year is terrible.
I mean, for me, that's, but let's say the greatest loss, probably, if you're an Atlanta Falcons fan. I mean, the 28-3. Yeah, I'm sure they're probably still steaming over that one.
They'll never get over it. How could they ever get over it?
No.
That was terrible.
The Falcons are still pretending that they are not getting they're over it, but they're not. Like, oh, we're still good. We're still good. We swear. We're good. We don't remember 28-3, yet he kept most of the same players and coaching staff around, so that's great.
Yeah, Matty Ryan's still there. He's like the bastard child.
And Quinton's still there.
Mm-hmm.
That Thomas Dimitrov's still there.
Alex Moreno, yes, 5 o'clock finally. Enough Futurama for me. DF time. Futurama's a good show.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy
A
it.
very underrated show.
Bill Cower. Where do we put Cower?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Because he had the reputation of being a huge joker for a long time. And nobody says this in Pittsburgh. A lot of people wanted him fired in like the early 2000s.
Is he
Because
overrated?
he was in like a really bad civil war with Tom Donahoe.
Yeah.
I mean, Dan Rooney sided with Cower over Donahoe, which turned out to be the right call, but a lot of people thought he would not be able to get them over the hump. There was a lot of choking. Losing to San Diego at home, Cowboys in the Super Bowl, the Broncos in the championship, Patriots when they were 15-1.
Call it.
Ooh, damn. That's tough. I want to say,
I always liked Cower as a coach. I always thought he was.
yeah, like,
really
I mean,
good.
I'm fine with him as a coach, but I'm just trying to, like, gauge it.
Well, that's what we're ranking here.
He never really had a quarterback, so I'd say he is what he thought he was.
You are what he thought he was. Okay.
Because Cordell Stewart
He's not a
was-
genius by any means. I'll tell you that. He just
No, he was more of a motivator than a
right.
tactic.
He's not a legend yet. You know, he didn't win a
His
bunch of
first
fucking
off
Super.
base was legendary, but that was pretty much it, I think, as far as being a legend. Yeah, or we thought they would be a good spot for him.
Read official Gersreikelin if you
Mhm.
can.
Song of the Night. Portrait of a Headless Man by Septic Flesh, one of the best symphonic death metal bands ever, and the first concert I ever went to. Headlined with Dark Funeral in 2018.
Septic flesh. That
I did
sounds
not know that.
Flesh, not bad.
yeah, that sounds like something you need to look at. Get looked
Yep.
at.
Septic Flesh.
Doc, I've got septic
Go
flesh.
Septic Flesh. Jake Tobin for 5. If we have a college football season most intriguing game, week 1 IMO will be September 5th when North Dakota State University, my future alma mater, goes to Oregon. Bison have 37 straight W's.
That's possible.
That is interesting.
Yeah. It could be a Appy State versus Michigan type of thing.
Everybody likes laughing at Michigan, though.
Yeah, it's true. I like laughing at Oregon if they lost to North Dakota State. That'd be hilarious. They're talking about a condensed football season, college football.
It's not
season.
really laughable. North Dakota State's like a juggernaut.
The juggernaut. Yeah.
I mean, Appy was really good, but I don't know if they had like 37 straight wins.
Read this TIE Fighter, and then we'll do a couple more coaches.
TIE Fighter 94. Go LG Twins. I don't know shit about Korean baseball, but all I know is that the Twins share the same name as my TV, so I'll go with them.
Yeah, that shit is on late, right? It's on at midnight.
1 a.m.
Yeah.
So,
I'm not
I
staying
mean,
up till midnight.
I'll be able to catch it.
Right. I'm not staying up till 1 a.m. to watch fucking live baseball.
Is there anything else to really do at this point?
Jack off. For the 5th time. One day. Weeg, do you like baseball at all?
I do like baseball. A Tigers fan,
Oh,
unfortunately.
yeah.
Detroit
just-
is nothing but misery at this point.
They have had a better franchise than the Lions, but yeah, I'm an all Detroit fan. So I mean, I grew up in Lower Michigan, so it's just kind of the way it is.
Tell you something about Detroit. They've got the best strip clubs. That is undisputed. I guess for all that sorrow and sadness, for some reason, there's a lot of hot girls in the strip clubs. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a I forget what strip club it is. It's next to the casino that's in Detroit.
The Landing Strip, the Penthouse Club. I don't know. Those are the only 2 I've been to. There's one next to the airport called the Landing Strip. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. All right. TIE Fighter 94. Go. No, I already read that.
Yep, I did that one.
All right. Alex Moreno. Pete Carroll goes into overrated. Knox underrated. Well, speaking of that, we got Tom Coughlin now. I think he is who we thought he was. I don't see him as a genius. He got run out of town. You know, he won 2 Super Bowls, but
if we're looking at his time as an executive, it tarnishes what he really was. But I mean, he did get more out of less. So I would say what he thought he was.
Yeah.
And do you remember when he failed to wear a face mask when he was in Green Bay? I believe it was a playoff game. His face was just mangled red from the cold wind.
Yes, he got wind
So, yeah,
burn.
He's definitely not a genius for that.
Well, remember, we got to move the clock 5 minutes
sure if you
behind.
Google it, I'm sure you could find a picture of it. It's probably going to be top of the list. Tom Coughlin, windburn face in Green Bay.
I'll get it right here.
We got to be like Coughlin time, 9:21 p.m.
I was in pain just watching it. Like, oh my God, this guy needs to get some clothing on.
Yeah, I was in pain.
Negative 20.
I was cold watching that game. Like, you could just tell how, here's his face. Just, he's got like frostbite on his face. Like, it's terrible. He looks like someone just came up to him and slapped Vaseline on his face. Like, and they were just like, and then they ran away. And they're like, all right, now go win a fucking NFC championship game with this Vaseline on your face. What the fuck?
Hey, you don't got a face mask? Sorry, Tom, we're all out. You're just going to have to deal with it. I mean, really? No one had like a...
He's like everyone going to Walmart. Right. Look, I need protection here to go to this Walmart. They're like, nah, just go without it. You'll get stung by a fucking corona.
Let's see.
Yeah. All right. Tree, we're at Mike Tomlin.
Oh, I'd say overrated.
I would say he is overrated.
I mean, he's a good coach, but like,
Super
I wouldn't call him like top 5. I still say top 10, but.
All right. Tomlin, the thing with him is like he believes he's the smartest guy, and
that's everyone in the Steelers organization.
It's true, but he can't hide it. He's not good at hiding it. So, I don't know. I'll agree with you. He's overrated. Alex Moreno, Carroll was pretty horrid his first stint in the NFL with the Jets. Yeah, he was awful. And Pats.
Oh, yeah.
He has 1 Super Bowl ring on the backs of the Fail Mary and second round playoff exits. Carroll's pretty overrated when we get to him. But he's got a lot of NFL wins. Mm-hmm. All right. And you read this Dodger of Zion in.
Dodger of Zion. The Dolphins were my first team when I was very young. Don Shula was coach for virtually that entire period of fanhood. His presence was part of my childhood, and while he was 90, this loss hurts about as much as Tom Petty. I mean, 90 is a long life, though.
90, yeah.
You live to 90, you've done something right in life.
I don't know if I want to live to be 90. I'm certainly like to try.
No, the murder hornets are going to kill us all, remember? None of us are going to make it to 90.
We're not going to make it 90 minutes.
Yeah, we're dying of coronavirus injected murder hornets with a mutant strain of bird flu, too.
What if the murder hornets inject
and
you?
THC.
Yes. What if they do it by a suppository? That's the only way they can inject you. And so these murder hornets just crawl up your ass while you're sleeping. And you just wake up, not with a hornet in there, just with the soreness and the realization that you've been infected anally by a murder hornet. It's a sad world we're living in, guys.
You know it.
I don't know what we're going to do, man.
Well, everything's fucked. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
Should just jack off to some porn again.
And then, like, everyone's going to go outside, and then we're all going to die again. And then nobody's going to care because, like, fuck it.
Dude, we've already died. We're already in hell. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. Now that everyone's feeling great about the world.
Well, we're cynical bastards. You know that.
Beast of Metal 1989, to quote that postcard from Robot Chicken's Draggle Rock sketch, stay away from sunny Detroit.
I remember Kentucky Fried Movie.
Yeah.
The worst punishment was take him to Detroit.
My dad had this joke. He would say, "Yeah, second prize is 1 week in Detroit. First prize is I fucked that joke up. Anyways, I'm not even gonna tell the punchline because it's just too stupid.
Whap, whap, whap.
Basically, the second prize was a longer stay in Detroit. That was it.
Oh, so it's like the main prize. Oh, it's like the old
first prize
Philadelphia
is
joke.
3 days in
Main
Detroit.
prize is 1
Second
week in
prize is
Philadelphia.
6. Yes.
Second prize is 2 weeks in Philadelphia.
Yes. I should not have a career in comedy.
And that's technically what you have, right?
No. Technically, no. I am a
What can you
man
say?
that researches history. Alex Moreno, the Ford family should sell the Lions to GM. LOL, they'd increase the lifespans of Lions players, and there'd be fewer season breakdowns, but more speed. Ooh.
No, what probably would happen is that all the cars would break down, no one would buy them, and they'd ask the government for a bailout. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Ford at least didn't take a bailout.
It's true. No, I thought Ford took a bailout.
That is true. Ford was.
I think they had
Oh,
like
they
a
were the
loan,
only.
I want to say. Because I looked it up. I thought they took a bailout, but apparently they didn't.
Yeah, Ford was the only car company, I believe, and
Chrysler took a bailout, and then they got bought out by an Italian company, and they think they talk about how they're an American car. Oh, you're owned by an Italian conglomerate. Fuck off.
Yeah. Let's do Mike Shanahan. Mike
Overrated.
Shanahan. Very overrated. That's easy. Overrated. This next one is going to give us trouble. Hank Stram.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. He had one good year, but otherwise he really didn't do much. I would say overrated.
You don't think he's like a legend with him matriculating down the field on the sidelines in that one Kansas City Super Bowl? He died
that's
early.
The one thing you know him for.
That's true. Let's say he is who we thought he was. He's kind of a genius.
He's like the Joe Namath of coaches.
Yeah. He had a long career. He had won a lot of games.
Yeah, like Kansas City fell apart. Then he went to New Orleans, and New Orleans was a locale organization. So
he won 131 games. That's the same as Marvin Lewis and Sean Payton. I don't know. I'll put him as he is who we thought he was.
I would call Sean Payton overrated.
Sean Payton's overrated. I don't give to Chuck, a fellow YouTuber. Great stuff, y'all. Go Flames. Hopefully you're doing good. Yeah, man. Just try not to die. What do you even say? What do you say when you see a neighbor? No, you don't probably see neighbors, do you?
I see neighbors every once in a while.
And they ask you, how's it going?
Yeah, that's pretty much all you really can say.
What do you say, though, when they ask you, how's it going?
Yeah, I'll say it's all right.
It's all right. All I say is I'm trying not to die, and then I fucking make sure that I'm 10 feet away from them. Like, get the fuck away from me. I don't care if you're my neighbor. You're probably asymptomatic and carrying, you fucking murder hornet. Fuck away from me.
Mm-hmm.
All right, where are we on this fucking shit?
Super
God
chats.
damn, there's a lot of super chats.
Yeah, we're on Joey Overstreet.
Oh, he wants to talk about.
Let me know what you want me to talk about my jersey.
I don't know if I'm gonna get you on tonight, Joey. Maybe next week when we don't have a guest on. How about that? I do have your Discord name.
Are we seriously an hour behind on this shit?
Yeah, we're terrible.
What the fuck? Alex Moreno for 2. Jerry Glanville ought to be out on the tier. How so pain?
He didn't have enough wins.
Well, you got to go with the Brett Favre tier because he ran him out of town.
All right, let's finish up these coaches, finish up these snappers, and then if we're probably boring, we're gonna lose to death right now.
Oh yeah,
No,
I feel
good.
bad.
All right, he's like, I'm just watching porn while we get through this. I'm just rubbing out a bat.
What I pulled out years ago. No, no, it's a whole different story.
Did you, Tree? Are you old enough to have to like jerk off to paper? Like
No, unfortunately, no.
you never had to squeeze one out to like the Victoria's Secret catalog because that's all you had.
No,
What's
I
the
mean, I was close to that
Fredericks
point,
of
but I
Hollywood?
never really.
What were you saying, Weeg?
The Fredericks of Hollywood. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, that
That's
was always
like
good.
Victoria's Secret.
I remember Stephanie Seymour was in the Victoria's Secret catalog, and I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna stick my dick up. I'm gonna rub my dick up against this mattress."
Yeah, you guys put like a hole in the pages and just start like
Yeah.
pumping.
This mattress is about to get it.
Mhm.
I'm gonna abuse
The
this
glorified
mattress.
love pillow.
Yep. All right, Bud Grant. Where do we put him?
Underrated.
Yeah, he's a little underrated. He had some really
Coach.
high-powered offenses. He
Really
had,
strong defenses. The problem was like he trained everyone for the cold, and then the Super Bowls were always took place in like non-cold atmospheres.
yeah, well, fault of his own success. Did we do this Jerry Glanville one?
Yep, I did.
Oh, before you love shine, any guesses on the plot of Space Jam 2 announced last week? Also, Tree Tomlin is leech tier. Ooh.
Ooh,
Also, should other NFC teams poach Dak off of Dallas? All right, that's a lot to unpack here.
I can
The
see the
plot
Redskins
of,
to get Dak.
right. The plot of Space Jam 2 is LeBron gets kidnapped by aliens, forcibly sodomized and anal probed by them, and then he has to play them in basketball to win back his freedom. That's what
What's
I
going to
think.
happen is LeBron James is going to become a player. Bugs Bunny is the GM. He gets Bugs Bunny fired and then brings in all his players and coaches. He holds the team hostage. Then he wins everything and then fucks off while the alien invaders destroy Toontown. The end.
What's the female bunny's name?
Oh, Lola?
Lola?
Whatever her name is?
Would you give it to
Like-
Lola? Would Lola get it? I mean, is that not the sexiest bunny you've ever seen?
Oh, of course. I mean, apparently that one inspired the whole damn furry fandom.
Lola?
And I'm like, and when you're younger, it's like, oh, it's this cute bunny, and then you realize it's like, oh, okay.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Then you look, it's like, man, that was fucked up.
That was pretty fucked up.
They wanted a love interest. They always do that shit.
I'm saying, why they gotta draw her so sexy? She's a fucking bunny rabbit.
It's because like now everyone's gonna look at their bunny. It's like, should I fuck this? I don't know. Lola was really hot, but this is not hot. That's pretty much what it comes down to. And we are demonetized.
Yes, we are. And I'm worried about you.
We are so demonetized
Internet
that I have
history.
lost all coverage.
Uh-huh. I don't think anyone's gonna poach Dak. Dak is in his own personal hell in Dallas.
I'd say Redskins.
All right, let's do Petey Carroll. I think he's overrated.
Overrated.
Way overrated.
Good coach, but overrated.
Should have ran the damn ball.
Should have done more than run the damn ball. Yes,
Did you watch
Marshawn
that?
Lynch won't out steel beams, buddy.
Luz, did you watch that Super Bowl when they threw the ball at the 1 yard line?
Yes, I did.
What did you think of that?
When you have Skittles man back there ready to just plow through everyone. One of the dumbest calls, and it was only a second down too, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like second one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, and you got Marshawn Lynch back there, who very rarely gets stopped for less than a yard. I mean, that's just silly. It's bonehead. Almost like it was set up that way just so they could lose.
Almost. I was torn because it was like either I'm going to hear shit about the Seattle winning back-to-back or the Patriots are going to win again, you know? And it was kind of one of those
It
like...
was a lose-lose situation, that's for sure.
Yes. I kind of wanted, but I don't think I'm ever happy when the Patriots win. So, yeah, I was upset.
And nobody's happy when the Patriots win.
All right, we got George Hollis here. Where are we gonna put Hollis?
George Hollis, the old Bears coach.
The Bears. Is he a legend?
Bears. I'd say he is who we thought he was.
Yeah. Just kind of got there first, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
The Chicago fans are going to get pissed that we're
Yeah,
putting
they're
him in the
getting
same
triggered.
category as Hank Stram.
Yeah, they're triggered right now. Michael Earl, Rod Marinelli, and Hugh Jackson, the best coaches for delivering sadness to their fans. Marinelli was incredible at that.
Marinelli. Jeff Fisher's usually pretty good at that. Bill O'Brien, as of late. Kelly.
Blake Trout. Murder Hornets are going to make the Charlotte Hornets make the playoffs next season, and Georgia Tech will make the top 10 in FBS.
What about the Wichita State Shockers? Would they count?
Well, they'll get 2 in the pink and 1 in the stink, for sure. The Shockers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What other teams are the Yellow Jackets? Yeah. What other teams are named after fucking asshole insects?
I want a team named after the Komodo dragons. Have you ever seen those things? They just are straight up barbaric.
What was that? Wasn't there a clip on the internet of a Komodo dragon just like eating a deer in half? Like it just chops the deer in half and just was walking around with the deer in its fucking mouth. And it's like, yeah, I'm a fucking badass fucking Komodo dragon. Mm-hmm. One of those kimono dragons. Alex wants us to play his song. We'll do that at the end. How long until the James Amadei? How long until the NBA and NHL refund tickets? They're not. They're not going to
refund tickets.
They're going to play this season, and if it kills Greg Popovich, they don't give a fuck.
Actually, that's foolish, but I mean, they're desperate to get back. It's foolish, but they'll try as hard as they can, even though logistics are going to fuck everything up, and it only takes one case for everything to get fucked.
Dude, everyone's got it. We're in The Walking Dead. You have it, I have it. It's like MRSA. I thought it's everywhere, okay?
Thanks, China.
Mm-hmm.
We've all had it.
Yeah. We've all had a non-specific urinary disease, and we've all got corona.
Mm-hmm.
You ever have the swab test? Not for coronavirus. No. I'm talking for an STD.
No.
You were in the military, so yes.
Not.
Oh, you're not? Not?
No.
Good. Don't. Just put it that way. Don't.
I have had the swab test for influenza.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure it's similar to the coronavirus, but
the one where they stick it in the back of your face?
Yeah, they stick it in your nose and they dig into your brain and stuff. At least that's what it feels like.
They find the crayon that was stuffed in there 10 years ago. Alex Moreno, Doom soundtrack was Trent Reznor.
Oh, I think that was the original Doom. I'm talking Doom 2016 was Mick Gordon.
The Owl for 10. Hello, new look, new name. Same old me. I was the Oshawott man, yeah. Anyways, Next time something bad happens to either of you sports-wise, let's say it's going to get a little bit cringy. Bye. Uh-oh.
It always gets cringy with us.
Yeah.
You should know that.
Is that an ominous threat from one of our own moderators?
Maybe it's a cryptic threat. Something's going to get a little bit cringy. That means we're just going to be stabbed.
Murder Hornet's going to anally rape me.
That's already happening.
I know. I volunteered. I was like, come on, guys. There's honey in here.
I need you to shave my balls while I have Murder Hornets shoved up my ass. And I'm going to show you how powerful the Lawnmower 3.0 really is.
That's how it's gonna spread. You know what? Because first, it was done by some guy eating a bat in a fucking obscure food market. Some guy's gonna be tossing his salad with honey, and that's when the murder hornets are just gonna come in and fucking inject someone's asshole with coronavirus, and you're just gonna be fucking like, fuck.
Pretty
Damn it.
much.
Who put the honey down there? All right. We're
Promised
down to
Winnie the Pooh's gonna give us all coronavirus.
Bill Belichick. Is he a genius? Is he overrated?
I'd say legend.
He's a legend. You will not be able to tell this story of football without.
Everyone's gonna say.
Bill
I mean,
Belichick.
there'll be people who say he's overrated because of the spying and shit, but I don't agree.
You
with
can't tell the story of the NFL without Bill Belichick. Just can't happen. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right, read some snappers.
Yep, that I will do. Salvatore for 5. I was at the 8-point and 16-second game. Life as a Knicks fan. Shit,
Yep.
I'm sorry,
Terrible.
brother. That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
I was watching it on TV. Mhm.
Jared Brussel for 5. You call the Wild forgetful? You know who is the most forgettable? The Rangers. They have one cup win in 80 years, which was the same year I was born.
1 is still more than 0. Ooh.
You just got lucky that year.
Yeah.
Alex Moreno for 2. My best win, 2018 NFC Championship. New Orleans would disagree. Worst loss, 2017 World Series.
You don't think losing to the Nationals was worse?
Astros, yeah. Well, because they cheated, apparently.
Oh,
LA's
yeah,
been
yeah,
salty
that's
about
right.
that for a
That's
long ass time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Beast of Metal 1980.
29-year losing streak.
Yeah.
Beast of Metal 1989 for 10. In the long term, I think keeping Cower instead of fully cleaning house after 99 was a mistake that has had effects down to the current day, albeit in concert with other changes in the organization. Well, that was a civil war they had to choose, and I think they ended up choosing Cower. So, I mean, technically you're right, but nobody could have predicted that at the time.
Yeah, Joey, again, I don't know if I can get you in this time because we're already like an hour and 38 into this, and Weeg has stayed the whole time. You must have nothing else to do, buddy.
I do not at the moment. I could be on NASCAR right now, but instead I'm
You're hanging out
here.
with 2 losers.
Yeah, I could be
Yep.
shoving people into the pits.
Now I gotta ask you a question. Like, do you actually enjoy playing those games? Or like, if you didn't troll people, are there times where you're actually serious and like want to win?
Yeah, it's pretty rare that I actually play for real.
So winning's not a thing. It's about setting someone up to piss you off, to piss them off.
Like I was saying earlier, like when I played the Call of Duty games, like before, maybe the last 3 or 4 games when I felt Call of Duty was better. It was actually fun to play to try to win, but now, like in my opinion, the game has gotten so bad that it's just there's no point in even trying to do anything other than get reactions out of people.
Yeah, the game itself. I play Call of Duty. It's an arcade game. You know, it's what it is. It's a quarter feeder.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's mindless. I use it to just get my mind off of work. So it is what it is. It's sad. Uncultured Barbarian. Oh, buck up, youngsters. I was born days before the last time the Cuyahoga River caught on fire and grew up in the 70s. This pandemic is nothing. Ooh. He's calling the coronavirus a bitch. Alex Moreno. Ford took a bailout. They received $4 billion. Uh-oh. He's fact-checking. Alex, again, Ford actually did take the bailout on a condition that they closed 6 domestic plants. Ford lost 36% of the market share internationally, more than GM lost here. Uh-oh, facts. GM has the highest reliability of any U.S. car brand. Oh, we're getting talked to.
More of an indictment.
What?
It's more of an indictment because nobody likes American cars.
American cars suck, honestly.
Sadly, that's the truth. I mean, you want to buy American, but the American product sucks.
I'll tell you the problem with American cars isn't necessarily the powertrain or how they drive. It's
It's
the
just everything.
yeah, it's the electronics and the ergonomics are terrible. Terrible.
Unfortunately, the Japanese do the electronics a
Mhm.
lot better.
Yeah, they do.
Or I'm sorry, not the Japanese. It could be a combination of the Vietnamese, the Chinese, and well, not the Chinese, but maybe like the Southern United States.
That's
They
how they
usually do
got coronavirus in. They put it all on our touch screens in our car.
it. Mm-hmm.
They coated that shit with corona.
Hardcore.
Plot of Space Jam 2 from Alex. NBA finally closes the WNBA.
No, what's going to happen is the aliens take over the NBA's talents, and they have to fool a team full of WNBA players, and they get annihilated 185-2. The 2 points were by Michael Jordan in a drag dress in the last seconds of the fourth quarter.
And Bill Murray, too, dressed up as a woman.
Yep. They bring in Tyler Perry, too, because, you know, he can dress up like a woman. And then LeBron just, like, he's like, fuck.
I think a female player, though, is like Diana Taurasi or someone is in Space Jam 2.
Diana Taurasi, probably.
Did she
Probably.
complain that she didn't get paid as much as LeBron James to do the movie?
I mean, what a
LeBron
joke.
produces the entire goddamn movie.
Robert McIntosh, SJ2 exists. It's Barkley, Shut Up, and Jam Gaiden. Ooh, Space Jam 2. Salmon Boy, fun fact, Bud Grant does not have an NFL championship, but does have an NBA championship with the 1954 Minneapolis Lakers as a player. Yes, I forgot about that. Omega Black, you Nimrods forgot Bill Walsh. We did forget Bill Walsh, but I don't know if he's on the list of
Should be. He was on those 80s Niners teams.
How did I forget him?
Telling me that Jeff
Jimmy
Fisher
Johnson was
has more wins than Bill Walsh.
Yeah, Bill Walsh only has 92 career wins in
Hmm.
the NFL as a head coach. Even though he's a 3-time Super Bowl champion. He only coached, he quit after a while, yeah, and he handed over to Seifert. Forgot about that. Yep. All right, we're almost done here. Uncultured, the McCaskies should be impeached for cratering the team and renovating Soldier Field into a piece of crap. And that comes from a Packers fan. Have you been to Soldier Field?
I have not.
Oh. Have you been to Ford Field?
I've been to Ford Field, the old Silverdome, and Lambeau Field.
That's cool. The Silverdome, how was that? Because it ended up being abandoned and turned into a petri dish.
The Silverdome was it was kind of shit. I mean, Ford's really nice. Like from a fan perspective, you can't really fit a whole lot of people in the stadium like other stadiums. But when you're the Lions, you're not going to fill it anyway, so it doesn't matter. But like you have space in there, and you got cup holders on the back of the seats. It's really comfortable from a fan. But Silverdome was pretty much shit.
Yeah, that's always like my rate. I cannot believe that place hosted a Super Bowl.
And I could imagine what the Silverdome was for the actual players, because that was just, I mean, that was the old AstroTurf, so it's basically like a thin piece of carpet on pavement.
Yeah, on concrete. Yep. All right, last super chat of the night, and then we'll wrap up the show. Alex Moreno, Space Jam 2, WNBA finally makes a profit. Yeah, that's the biggest fiction I can possibly imagine.
5 fans, no. Yeah, WNBA could technically still play social distancing. Same amount of fans would probably show up for it. They get ratings because it's only sports. It's like, oh, we got 5 sports. Oh, fuck, it's the WNBA.
The WNBA should have their players playing in like swimsuits. Like, have you guys seen the?
They won't do that because it's sexist.
The lingerie football league. Have you guys seen that?
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
I have.
But do you want to see WNBA women? Most of them are like Butch Dykes. Do you really want that?
That's true.
I don't want
Like
to see
there's
them.
hotties in the WNBA. Not gonna lie, there's some like good.
They
basketball.
gotta do something different because nobody wants. I mean, and it's nothing against like the female athlete or anything, but nobody wants to watch amateurs.
Well, they don't want to
who
like
have
just watch
LeBron James
people
on it.
like flub layups or like just mess up like like
Right.
oh somebody did like a
They need to-
slam dunk and it's like supposedly like the biggest story in basketball. It's like no.
And maybe they should just go after the hot ladies, and not so much whether they're good at basketball or not. Just to put them in swimsuits and bring people in.
They would try
Because
if
what
they
they're doing
could.
right now. I mean, they gotta do something different. You know, it's just not working.
Have you ever, when you were a
They've
kid,
had like what over 20 years,
Yeah.
and it's
How
pretty
many-
much just a tax write off for the NBA at this point, unfortunately.
how many of you dudes have a Brittany Griner poster? I'm just saying. All right, look, they don't need to be exploited.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think they need to be exploited. It's just they need to get good.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's pissing off. People are pissing off Dodge, our female moderator.
Everyone pisses off.
Yeah.
I pissed off Dodger.
Oh, she's gonna come on and set you straight.
She will.
Mm-hmm. All right, Uncultured Barbarian, Ford Field, where they had problems with the turf the first year and had multiple players from different teams blow out their knees. Ooh. Yeah, that happened.
Yeah,
they
the
did.
turf will do that, unfortunately. St. Louis's turf was
Joik
really
Bell
bad.
didn't
It wrecked Reggie Bush's career.
didn't they lose like 3 running backs in a row or something? The Lions one year, like 2012.
They always use running backs.
Yeah. All right, Alex Moreno wants to play.
One was for concussions.
Yeah. Who was it? Joik Bell and
Not the best.
yeah, Best. They were down quicker than a prostitute on. Yeah. All right, we'll sing. This is how you remind me. From Alex. You guys ready? Oh, I don't know if you can hear it. You're gonna have to listen to the stream to hear it. So. How the Rams remind me.
Never won with Marcus
That's
Peters.
Is everyone? Nobody talk for the next 2 minutes, okay?
Oh, jeez.
Yep. But you can't hear it here. There's no way that you can hear. I don't know if I can play it in the server. I don't know. Is there a way I can play it and you guys can hear it? I don't know. Oh well, I'll just play it. Way to go. All right. How the Rams remind me.
Never won with Marcus Peters.
That's my song. That's my verse.
Oh my God.
Never won with Marcus Peters. Couldn't cut it with an elite offense. Now we're all on our first rounds. Just look at our pathetic defense.
And this is how the Rams remind me. This is how
It's
the
always
Rams
bad.
remind me of why Ramses just sucks. This is how they remind me of why we run out of luck. Not you, Sean, so sorry. Because the season was a different story. This time we're mistaken. For handing us a great team worth breaking.
And we've been wrong. We fell down to a 9-7 record last season. All our cap space is gone. Yet Ramsey's the reason.
John Johnson is good. Rams win and on to Super Bowl 53. They
Got
go.
like we didn't know that. We had potential and we just didn't reach it. The results just got so bad. Getting fucked by the Ravens just beached it. And this is how the Rams remind me of why Ramses just sucks. This is how they remind me of why we run out of luck. Not you, Sean, so sorry. Because the season was a different story. This time we're mistaken. For handing us a great team worth breaking.
And we've been wrong. We fell down to a 9-7 record last season. All our cap space is gone. Yet Ramsey's the reason.
yeah, oh no, yeah, 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 oh no, yeah, 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 oh no, yeah, 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 oh no. Yeah.
All right, we sung it. I give this song.
Dude, I straight up cringed into
That's
a
a
ball.
C.
Oh god.
Did you guys kill yourselves?
Way ahead of you.
I think Weeg left.
No, I'm still here. I was keeping quiet. I was just following instructions.
All right.
Lucky.
All right. I think we made it to the end of the show. Well, here, Dodge and Hiei, come on in.
Oh,
Wait.
Lord.
I'll let Weeg go. You can say whatever. We're just the junk time of the thing. Does anyone have... We're going to lose. Do you have anything to say to the people?
The hell is my money funding?
Hold on.
The money's funding degeneracy. That's what it's doing.
Can we let's get We're Gonna Lose his final thoughts before we sign off.
Oh, I saw somebody in the chat request that I say my Dale Earnhardt poem, so I could probably do that.
All right, let's hear it.
'Cause everyone knows who Dale Earnhardt is, right? So this would be the Intimidator poem, it's called. At 5:16, they made the call. Cause of death, drove into wall. The Intimidator collided with Ken Schrader, and then he died 2 seconds later. Junior was screaming and saddening. Not me, nope. I was the only one laughing. I stood in the crowd with a smile on my face. I was almost certain a NASCAR fan would spray me with mace. But instead, they sat there with grief, only to wish they had more than 8 teeth. I didn't want to make this poem because I knew it was mean. Well, then I thought, Earnhardt, you should have raced clean. The end.
I shouldn't laugh.
That's cold.
I shouldn't laugh.
Oof.
All right, well, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. I don't know, man. I hope you had a good time. I hope we didn't bore the shit out of you. And
Oh no, man, it was great, man. Thanks for having me on. I'd love to do it again sometime when the internet isn't so choppy.
yeah, you have to come on when the season
know.
starts, if it ever starts. And we do a tier maker every week of the NFL and like how well they're doing. We'll definitely love to have you back. And if you ever need like a trolling partner, like I'd be more than happy to troll people.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you play on?
I'm on
PC or
Xbox.
console, or?
I'm on Xbox. Hey,
It's okay.
who's making noise? Sorry.
It's the internet.
Yeah, I'll send you a message on the Twitters. For
Yeah,
sure.
send me one. I actually have an Xbox on order, so it should be here soon.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, great having you, bro. Appreciate you coming on.
Yep, thank you. See you guys later.
All
Peace
right.
out, man.
All right, Peanut Gallery, you got like 2 minutes to say shit. Alex, your fucking mic
How was the mix?
sucks. What?
Anyway, I think it's time for me to go play in some boats and maybe just think about the next plot I have against 5 points.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
No,
yes.
the next one is 500 Tree shaves his head on stream. That's the next bet. For fun.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, no.
For Halloween.
Well, this would be a bad time to mention that I'm already going halfway across the country in 2 weeks. I'm sure the truck can find a way to make it to Pittsburgh. And I happen to have my wall clippers.
Oh
And
wow.
My nice set of American-made wall clippers, boy.
Tree getting
Buy
shaved
American.
on stream.
And
And we're fucked.
we're gonna lose.
No, yep. No, we're still
So,
on the air, by the way. I just want to let
I
you
know.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
So
Hello, peoples.
as for me, we are going to be doing an afterburn in about 20 minutes. I have a couple of things to do, but we are doing an afterburn tonight. We're getting back onto the normal schedule.
Okay. Put the link
So I
in
will
the
drop
chat.
the link in the chat, and I'll And for those of you who are having tacos or fajitas or whatever the hell you're having tonight, happy Cinco de Mayo, y'all.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody. There's one last.
I'm having enchiladas, actually.
Yeah. Oh,
That worked.
is that a Cinco de Mayo thing?
Not really.
Oh. Beast of Metal 1989 for 250 puts 12 gauge up to ear, pulls trigger. That was that song. That was not bad, Alex. Thank you for sharing that. You did another
Thank you. I hope
job.
you liked it.
We did like it.
What's
I
the
did
next
enjoy
one
it.
going to be? The next one's going to be the passenger parody we're going to have to do.
We'll have to sing that on air. I actually know that song pretty well, so.
Only take a dump when you gotta go. Only know a raven when he overthrows.
Yes, we'll have to sing it. All right, guys. Thanks everyone for coming out to the show. You've all been beautiful. Tree, do you have any final thoughts, questions?
Not really.
All right. Well, I'm 5PointsVids.
Just like we're all fucked.
Yes.
That's pretty much
You
what
made
it
it.
comes down
You made it. Everyone made it.
to. Fuck.
We're gonna
fuck
lose.
everything.
Didn't make it.